Well, hello, good morning. My name is Miss Natalie, and welcome to Little Focus by Primary Focus. I'm so glad that you're here this morning watching.
Hello, good morning. My name is Miss Natalie.
Little audio tech there. I'm so glad that you're watching this morning. Sometimes kids can't go to school in person, so on a day like this, I want you to come to watch Little Focus instead. We'll be doing this for the next 2 weeks, every single morning at 8:30. I hope you're here to watch. You can watch live with me at 8:30, or you can watch the replay later on. So I see we've got some friends joining us here. My account Primary Focus is the Parent's Guide to Elementary School, but Little Focus is either a sample lesson for you to watch. So if you are doing some homeschooling, maybe you're becoming a teacher, you can watch live, or you can plop your kid in front and they'll have some fun with me this morning too. This morning we are doing a little bit of fundraising. If you're interested, you can, we're raising money for the Carolina Migrant Network, which is an awesome organization out of North Carolina, which raises money to help people that need legal representation, and we are also fundraising for a local neighborhood association here that is buying groceries and coats and supplies for their neighbors. So if you are interested in saying thank you and donating to these two great causes, you can become a member on Primary Focus, you can join my Patreon, or if you want 100% of the proceeds to be sent, you can buy me a coffee, which is a one-time purchase as well. One-time donation, I guess, and all of the proceeds in November will be split between the Carolina Migration Network and this neighborhood organization that is doing a little bit of grassroots organizing to make sure all of their neighbors are fed and have everything that they need at the end of this November in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Before I do, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications so that you are reminded every time that every time I go live so you don't miss it. So hit that bell and subscribe. You can like, and I love to see the comments, what you're thinking about and what is going on this morning too. Feel free to leave a comment right now. Put your favorite emoji in the comment, maybe a little happy face, maybe your morning coffee. I just finished a cup of tea myself. And let's go ahead. I'm going to turn on my teacher voice. And Miss Natalie thinks it's about time that we got started with our first live stream of Little Focus. Okay, friends. Well, good morning. My name is Miss Natalie. I'm so happy to see you this morning. I know that you're not in school today, and that is okay because you can still get smarter every single day. I think it says a lot that you're spending time with me this morning to get your brain growing and so much bigger. When we do our work this morning, you're going to need a couple of things. The first thing that you're going to need is your brain. Did you bring that with you this morning? I know it's a Monday morning and you have not been in school for a minute. Maybe you weren't using your brain this weekend. I want you to reach behind your ear. There's a little knob back there and I want you to turn it on. Get that brain turned on. I don't want it just turned on though. I need you to turn it all the way up to super smart. Go for it. Super smart. The next thing that you're going to need, my friends, are your ears. Did you bring those with you this morning? Give your ears a little bit of a tug. Make sure they're turned on. Put a little, Yep, I hear that. I'm clapping my little hands on my earlobes and I hear it. Make sure they're turned on nice and good. Okay, we've got our brain. We've got our ears. The next thing that you're going to need are your focused eyes. Check that you've got your focused eyes. I've even got my glasses on this morning. I need them to help me see even better. Make sure you've got those focused eyes. Show them to me. If you're with a friend right now, you can show them you've got your focused eyes on. Perfect. The next two things you're going to need, you might actually have to get up off your bottom to go get them. And that's going to be a pencil and a piece of paper. A pencil and a piece of paper, okay? If you need to go get a pencil and a piece of paper, go, scoot real quick. Go get it right now, okay? A pencil, un lápiz, and a piece of paper, un papel. Pencil, paper. All right, I see we're settling back in. Good. We want to get settled back in so we can get learning and get straight to business to get our brains big and juicy and full of information. Okay, cuties, we are going to read a story this morning, and we're going to focus on this story all week. Good readers read the same stories again and again and again so that they can listen to them, understand them, enjoy them, and start to really understand what the author was saying. And the story that we're reading this week is called The Three Billy Goats Gruff. The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Las tres cabras gruff? The Three Billy Goats Gruff is a classic story. I bet your parents know about it. I bet even your grandma and your grandpa. And if you have a great-great-grandma and grandpa, I bet they know about it too. This is an old story and a really good story. We're going to read this new story today, but before I show you the pictures and before I share everything with you, we are going to do something that really good readers know how to do, and that is visualize. Visualize. Can you say that? Visualize. When we visualize, that means you are imagining a picture in your mind. So a good reader, they take the words on the page and they take the pictures and they put the picture in their mind. Think about how when grown-ups are reading, or even if you know a teenager when they read, they don't have pictures in their books. And that's because they visualize. When we say visualize, this is when we are imagining a picture in your mind instead of using the pictures. I remember the word visualize like this. I point to my eyes and say visualize because I'm taking what my eyes would see and I'm putting it in my head, in my imagination. Visualize. Do that with me. Visualize. Visualize. Okay. We're going to practice visualizing with our pencil and our paper here in just a second. So make sure you have a pencil and a paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the first 2 pages of this book. And I want you to be thinking in your mind, what does it look like? And in a minute, you'll find out why we need that pencil and paper. Do you have your listening ears on? All right, I'm going to read this first 2 pages for you. I'm going to read it 2 times, and I want you to visualize. I want you to imagine in your head what this looks like. Ready to listen? Once upon a time, long, long ago, there lived 3 Billy Goat brothers named Gruff. 3 cabras named Gruff. They were named Big, Bigger, and Biggest. They all lived on one side of the river in the goat city, of course. I'm going to read this one more time. Are you visualizing getting that picture in your head of what it looks like? So I'm not showing you the picture right now because you're visualizing in your mind what it looks like. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there lived 3 Billy Goat brothers named Gruff. They were named Big, Bigger, Biggest. They all lived on one side of the river in the goat city, of course. All right, so real quick, you've been visualizing in your mind. Get your paper. I want you to drop me a quick picture of what you visualized in your mind. Go. And as you draw, remember I said a couple of things. I said there were 3 goats, tres cabras, in the story. I said their names were Big, Bigger, and Biggest. And I said they all lived on the side of the river in the goat city, of course. And it's just a quick picture, so you don't need to worry about color. It's just a quick one. Okay, friends, go ahead. Even if you're not done, you're still going to have that paper so you can finish it later. Okay, cuties? You can stop drawing. Boop. Show me your hands are empty. And let's see if you were right. I'm going to share the pictures now from this story. And we're going to read the whole thing. Ready to go, my little goats? I'm just kidding. My little cuties. The pictures now from the story. The 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Let's see if you were right when you visualized. Did you draw 3 goats or were you getting ready to draw 3 goats? Okay. I know some of you didn't finish. 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Let's see if you were right when you visualized. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there lived 3 Billy Goat brothers named Gruff. They were named Big,
Once upon a time,
Bigger,
long
and
ago,
Biggest.
there lived 3 Billy
They
Goat
all
brothers
lived on one
named
side of the
Gruff.
river, in the goat city, of
They were
course.
named Big,
On the other side of the river was a
Bigger,
hill with
and
tall
Biggest.
grass. Yum!
They all lived on one side
One
of the
day,
river,
the
in
goats went
goat
across
city, of
the
course.
only bridge in the
On
city
other side
and
of the
eat
river
some of
was
the
a hill
grass.
with tall
But the
grass.
problem was,
Yum.
under the bridge lived a mean, ugly, huge troll, and he was hungry too.
Eat some of the grass. But the
Well, who
problem
wants to
was,
be
Under the
hungry?
bridge lived a mean, ugly, huge troll.
So,
and he was
Big Billy Goat
hungry
Gruff
too.
trip-trapped across the bridge. Trip,
Well, who
trap,
wants
trip,
to be
trap,
hungry?
trip, trap. Who's trip-trapping
So,
over my
Big Billy
bridge?
Goat Gruff
Screamed the
trip-trapped
troll.
across the bridge. Trip, trap,
Just
trip,
me,
trap.
said Big Billy
Who's
Goat Gruff in a
trip-trapping over
small
my bridge?
voice.
Screamed
I'll
the
eat you
troll.
for my breakfast, yelled the troll.
Said Big Billy Goat
Who,
Gruff in a
me?
small voice.
I'm way too small. Wait for my brother, who is much bigger. Oh, all right, said the troll, and he let Big Billy Goat Gruff go by. Silly troll. Next, bigger Billy Goat Gruff trip-trapped across the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. Who's that trip-trapping across my bridge? Screamed the troll. Just me, said bigger Billy Goat Gruff in a little bit bigger of a voice. I'll eat you for my lunch, said the troll. Who, me? Don't be silly. My brother is the biggest goat of all. He would be much better to eat. Well, okay, said the troll, but he better be the biggest. Oh boy, friends. Later, biggest Billy Goat Gruff went trip-trapping across the bridge. Trap, trip, trap. He trip-trapped so loud, the bridge shook. Who's that trip-trapping across my bridge? Yelled the troll.
The bridge shook.
Me! The biggest Billy Goat Gruff yelled back at the troll in his biggest voice. I'm going to eat you for my dinner, screamed the troll. You think so? Said biggest Billy Goat Gruff. Me. And he ran at the troll. Friends, what do you think happened next? You think so? Said biggest Billy Goat Gruff. Look at that. Me. And he ran. And he pushed him into the water with his horns. Show me that big push. Push. Except he's a billy goat, so he used his horns. Take your head, put it forward. Push. And he pretend like he pushed him into the water with his horns. Show me that big push. Push. Except he's a billy goat, so he used his horns. Take your head, put it forward. Push. Oh, friends, that was pretty wild. Show me again. Take your big horns. And push, 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 like you're a big goat in the river. And what I love about Billy Goat Gruff is this is a story you can play later so long as you're gentle with your siblings. So you're going to push just like that. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, friends. So what do you think happened next after that troll got pushed into the river with his horns? What do you think happened next? It's okay. Are we good to go, Mr. Mike? Okay. Here, let's see. Big, bigger, and biggest Billy Goats Gruff went on to eat the tall green grass, and the troll went for a swim. The end, friends. Oh, I love it. We're going to be working with this book all week and talking about these Billy Goats Gruff and the trolls. The good news about the Billy Goats Gruff is this is a very easy story to get a hold of. There are so many copies of this book, so many versions that you can find on YouTube, so many versions of even PDFs available of it online. So if you want to keep reading this story, this book is in the public domain, so it is really, really easy to get copies of it again. Okay. Oh, I didn't show you the last pictures. I'm sorry, friends. We had some technical difficulties. Let me show you the last couple pictures of it, and then we'll move on to our letter of the day as we wrap up, okay? So we pushed into the water, and this troll went for a swim. Thank you for being patient with me, friends. And that is the end of our story. So we will keep working with that. Okay, friends. So as we wrap up today, we've got a couple more minutes. I want to talk to you about the letter of the day. And this letter showed up so many times in our story. And that is letter G. Letter G shows up in a lot of words. I remember the sound that letter G makes because it says g, 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 like you're gulping on a big glass of water. Can you say that? Gulping on a big glass of water. Show me that. G, g, g. So I have my pretend glass in my hand. Look, I might even have a real one. And I say g, g, g. Give that a try, cutie pies. G, g, g. There are some words that I know that begin with that g, g, g sound. And of course, from the 3 Billy Goats Gruff, we have goat. Can you say goat? Say g, g, goat. Awesome. The next one is repeat after me, gruff. Say that. Gruff, g, g, gruff. The next one is a name we know. This name is Guillermo. Say g, g, Guillermo. Good. Maybe you have a friend that's named Guillermo. Another name that I know that starts with g, g, g is Gabby, or some kids are named Gabby or Gabriella. Can you say g, g, Gabby? The next one is a name, Grace, g, g, Grace. Try that out, cuties, g, g, Grace. Your job today, I want you to find as many words as you can that start with the g, 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 G sound. Now, some friends know G makes another sound. It's called soft G, j, j, like in giraffe. But we're going to focus in on g, 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 hard G, just like in goat and gruff. So if you find a soft G word, that's a bonus. But we want to really find hard G. So words like grape, great, guitar. Ooh, I know a lot of us love to play guitar or listen to music with guitar. So that's your job today, is to find me all your words that start with g, g, g. And I want you to pick out your favorite book and do 10 minutes of reading time with it, okay? If you know how to read already, you can read by yourself, or you can read with somebody in your family. Does that sound like a plan, cutie pies? We are done with the learning portion of this, but I want to take a second, if you're a grown-up watching right now, just to close out and talk a little bit more about what you're doing. So my little friends that are watching, if you want to scoot away and let your parents listen, you can. And I hope you know that there are a lot of special kids watching this morning, and you are one of them. I will see you tomorrow, my cutie pies. And for my grown-ups that are watching, just a couple of quick things to talk about. I will be doing this live stream every single morning, every weekday morning for the next 2 weeks. So this is the first one, November 17th. We'll continue next week, even on Thanksgiving and on Black Friday. I will do one. So if you are celebrating with family, you can have your kiddos live stream with me for just a little bit. And after 2 weeks, we'll see if we need to do more of this or if our friends can go back to school, okay? Just to orient you, when we do this program, usually a pencil and a piece of paper is great. So if your kiddos got a notebook that they're working with, that's awesome to work with. Pencil, piece of paper, there will be plenty to do if they don't end up with a piece of paper and a pencil, but I'll usually have a little something for them to practice with. And so because of that, you probably want a nice area to write, like have them at the table or on a clipboard, something like that. I always encourage people to watch this, if you have your kiddos at home right now, to watch this on your Wi-Fi network instead of using your cell phone network, and I highly recommend using a VPN as well. We care a lot about privacy, and if you're going into the chat, I would just make sure that your username, a lot of usernames default to people's first and last names, so if your username is that, make sure you're comfortable with that and you know that as well. We're going to be doing book studies. So we'll do one book per week. And this is because young children should be exposed to the same books again and again and again. It takes a lot of exposure, and it's very appropriate for young children to be reading the same materials again and again, the same way they probably get really excited about watching the same show again and again or playing the exact same game again and again. You love to see that with books too. Oh, hello. I see one of my friends saying hi in the chat. So we love a book story. We'll be repeating books. So we're going to focus in on the Billy Goats Gruff this week. We'll be watching Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. We'll do this for 2 weeks. Your engagement is really important. Spread the word to folks that might like this. Like this video, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll get the notification every morning when I go on. And we are doing a little bit of fundraising this morning. You can fundraise by becoming a member on YouTube, becoming a member on Patreon, or doing a one-time donation through my Buy Me a Coffee link. Honestly, Buy Me a Coffee gives me 100% of the proceeds, whereas YouTube and Patreon take a small bit for themselves. So Buy Me a Coffee is the best way to donate. And I'll be sharing all of the proceeds made in November with 2 organizations. The first is the Carolina Migrant Network, which provides free representation to folks that are getting their citizenship, need documentation, they've been detained, and need legal support urgently. It is free for them and they rely on donations, so I'll be sharing proceeds with them. The other organization that I'll be sharing money with is a local neighborhood association. I'm not going to say which neighborhood, but they are working to ensure that all of their neighbors have groceries this week, that they have supplies, that if the kids need anything, to ensure that everybody can stay safe at home until this phase passes in Charlotte. So I highly encourage you to donate. I know maybe it feels odd to donate directly to me, but I will be very transparent in these donations so you can see where this money is going, how much we raised, and make sure that you can follow along the way too. So again, if you do have a couple bucks to spare, you can become a member on YouTube or Patreon to Primary Focus, or Buy Me a Coffee is probably the easiest way because I get 100% of those proceeds to then share. Thanks for watching this morning. If you're watching the replay later, thanks for coming back and watching the replay. Engage with this video, like, subscribe, share, and just remember, little things really add up. So if you have a feeling in your stomach and in your heart right now, it is always good to vote with your dollars, vote with your actions. Go eat lunch today at an organization that might have seen its business really slow down recently, and just watch out to see the little things that you can do, because your impact, if we all are doing little things, that impact adds up really, really quickly. There's a lot of special kids watching right now. There's a lot of special parents watching right now, a lot of special people watching right now. And you are one of those special people. So thank you for everything you're doing. Let's work together, Charlotte, North Carolina, to protect the kids and protect each other. And I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30. Bye.